All right, the Red, White, and Blue Festival wouldn't be complete without a car show, and here to talk about that is Ron Young.
Yes.
Welcome, sir.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having us. Thanks for all the red, white, and blue stuff. This is going to be our 10th year associated with Red, White, and Blue and having a car show, and our 9th year on the square. And we really appreciate being part of it because this is a great community event. And I think everybody likes to have a car show, so we do that on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you. It's a wonderful event, and you do so much for the festival.
Well, it's a great time, and we really do we do have a lot of fun.
Oh,
even though sometimes it rains, sometimes it gets a little hot, but we still have a lot of fun.
Still have a good time.
Still have a good time.
Yeah.
Now, do you have people that come to these events every year from out of town?
Yes, we do, and I would say probably more of the people that come to this event are probably more local, but we still have a few that come out.
You have a huge following of classic car owners in this area.
And this is a good time for them to get them out.
Yeah.
And so we have some very unique cars that come to the show, and that's why we encourage the public to come down and just walk through the show area and look at the cars and talk to the owners, and because people like to talk about their cars.
Sure they do.
Some people say, you know, that's something that I used to have, or I wanted to have one of those when I was in high school, or something like that. So it's just a nice event to have downtown.
Now, you're a member of the Chevy Club in this area.
Classic Chevy Club.
But it doesn't restrict anyone from bringing any other car, right?
Any other car. The name of the club.
You won't frown on anybody that brings a Ford or Dodge or...
We encourage them to bring their Fords, their Mopars. We don't care whether street rods or muscle cars, customs, classics, whatever. Cars or trucks, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Whatever you love, bring it down. We'll love it too. So we just have a good time.
And in different stages too, right?
Yeah, sure. People, and there's been a few at car shows this year that we've seen. Well, I call cars that are in progress of being restored. And if it's running and you want to just bring it down and show what you're at and how much you've done to it so far and what has to be done, bring it down. People enjoy seeing that too.
Oh yeah, I think
so. All makes, all models, all years are welcome. You bet. And it's a $15 fee, entry fee. We go from this year. We're going to go from 2 to 6 p.m. So we start setting up and blocking off the square right after the farmers market is finished, which they finish at 1 o'clock. We're going to have a police officer helping us with when we first open up, get cars off the 62 into the square. We have a parking team that helps people get parked.
Yeah, and they're pros at that too.
By this
really
time,
good.
we've gotten this
They know
down.
what they're
Yes.
doing. Yeah, they got to.
And then we have people coming to registration to get their registration. Part of what happens is that at registration, we give them a window card and some other information. Plus, also, they all get the first 100 vehicles get a dash plaque, which is a commemorative that we've been doing for all these years. And so we get a dash plaque to the first 100 vehicles that come in. And then during the day, we ask the participants, the people that come and bring a vehicle, to go judge cars that are also at the show. And we give them a voting slip, and we go ask them to vote for vehicles of their choice by categories of years.
Very good.
And it's turned out to be very successful. Usually we get 70 to 75% of the ballots back in, so people can park their car, get out and start looking at the other cars and vote for the ones that they like.
So you vote for the ones in a different year category?
Yeah.
Why do you choose? Right. Why do you do the different years?
Why do you do the different years? It's just a way of having classes.
Okay.
And we have 13 classes this way by doing the year thing. And then they come back in, they put the ballot in the ballot box, and then we tally them up. And at the end of the day, which this year will probably be about 5:45, we would like to do the awards, is that of the 13 classes, we'd like to do 2 awards per class to recognize the people that got the most votes. And we have a thing we call best in class. So it's not 2.
Okay, yeah.
And we do a best in class for 2 classes, 2 per class. And so we honor the people by calling up their name and their car and have them come up and pick up a plaque.
That's nice.
And then, but they're also during the day, we have the specialty awards, and we have 7 of those, and it's mayor, chancellor, judge, fire chief, police chief, old time restaurant there in the square also buys a plaque. And so we ask the folks to come down and go through the show area and pick a vehicle of their choice.
So it's an individual choice.
Individual choice. And we have Pat coming down.
Pat
Ballard comes down to represent the festival committee. And we ask them to pick a vehicle of their choice. And at the end of the day, when we do the other awards, we do what we call the Dignitary Awards, and that is, for example, the one I brought today is a Mayor's Choice. It's a little bigger plaque, and it's the Mayor's Choice. But again, they're all like we have the Chancellor and the Fire Chief and Police Chief and all that. So these are just pick out. They pick a vehicle of their choice, something that caught their eye. May not be the best car there, may not be the prettiest car there, but something that caught their eye, or something that maybe they had back some years ago, or always wanted to have. And so we give these out too. Now, something we started a couple years ago and has been very successful is with the public coming down and walking through the show area. They've stopped at registration and say, how can we vote for a car of our choice? I mean, the participants that are there with their cars are voting, but how can they vote for a car of their choice? Well, we kicked it around, and what we came up with a couple years ago is what we call People's Choice. People can buy a ballot for $1 and vote for any vehicle of their choice, and they can vote as often as they want. And at the end of the day, we count up all those ballots, and we give a People's Choice trophy. And this year, tied in with the red, white, and blue theme, we have the People's Choice Trophy.
Wow, that's a big one.
That is neat.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Just pull it in toward.
Put it in towards you.
Closer to you, like there.
Like there.
There we go.
Okay.
And it says People's Choice at the bottom.
Hey, you got the original one now. I liked your hand done one the other day. That was
Yes,
cute.
I had a hand piece here because the plate wasn't made yet.
He was showing it off to us at the
Yeah.
community committee.
And what we do with this, with the money that we raise through selling those ballots, and we do over $100 worth, so we'd like to do more, is all that money goes back to the Red, White, and Blue Festival Committee.
Oh, good.
It's a way of raising money for the festival.
Excellent.
So that's the People's Choice. If you want to win this, it just takes a few bucks.
It can
And
be
you can
bought.
vote as often as you want.
Vote early and often.
Vote early and
nice.
often, exactly right. So we have a great time, but we really do appreciate being associated with Red, White, and Blue. It's a fun event. It's a good community event. One thing, when you were talking earlier about the different activities, one thing we also like to participate in is Friday night is the parade.
Absolutely.
And the parade is at 5:30, but everybody starts lining up around 4:15, 4:30 to get ready for the parade. And we do a lot of the folks in the community participate in the parade or line the parade route to see some of the cars. And, you know, we have our classic cars and some of the floats and the fire trucks and all that type of thing. So we have a nice parade at 5:30 in the afternoon or evening on Friday. So there's all these activities going on. We try to get ours done by 6 o'clock so that people can get their cars home, change clothes, get out to the campus and see all the great fireworks or some of the other events. So it's just a great time.
Excellent, excellent.
We
Good.
really appreciate you guys too. The ladies from the Classic Chevy Club are going to be coming to our big radiothon on Friday, June 17th, and answering phones. So if you want to talk to one of the ladies and give a donation,
exactly
you can
right.
call in. And
we'd like to do it. We did it last year, and we raised some money that way. And so people call in and make your donation, and we'll be happy to do that on Friday morning from 6 to 10 o'clock.
Absolutely.
It'll be on KTLO, and another way of raising money for the Red, White, and Blue.
Good. Now, notice here you have a rain date. And heaven forbid it does rain, but you want to make sure the car show continues. You're going to have it the next day, right?
Yeah, when we've bought all the awards and stuff.
Okay.
So we do have a rain date for Sunday, the 26th. Last year, if some people recall, about an hour before the show started, our car show started, we had a monsoon.
Yeah.
And we all looked like drunk,
Drowned rats.
Drowned rats. I'll tell you,
was me too.
we were all wet. But
Oh, boy.
as soon as the rain stopped, the streets started to dry, and we still had it was around 60 or so cars show up for the car show. So it still turned out to be all right. But we're hoping not to have that kind of a monsoon this year.
Yeah, we'll hope to avoid it. Yeah,
Hope
we had
to
a few
avoid it.
interesting things happen over at the ASU grounds
campus, too.
Lost
Yes.
the tower and all sorts of stuff.
But yeah, we enjoy it, and we have a great time. Again, it's on Saturday afternoon from 2 to 6. Any vehicle, doesn't matter. All makes, all models, all years are welcome. Bring your car down, register, and enjoy the afternoon with the rest of the people that like cars and trucks.
All right. Well, Ron, thanks so much for coming by, telling the folks about the event, the car event that's coming up, and do this every year.
Do it every year. We appreciate the time and the opportunity to be on the air with you.
We enjoy doing it. I'm a classic car lover from way back.
Yeah, we've gotten to some discussions about that in the past.
We have, and we'll probably get into it again. Thanks, Ron.
Thank you.
All right. Up next, let's talk with Margaret Beaver. She's going to be talking to us about the 42nd ARC Show and Sale, and we'll find out all about that. Stay with us.
Right.